Hi everyone, Rosie here. I hope you're having a great Thursday morning. It's absolutely boiling here. It was 40 degrees yesterday, so I'm pretty sure it's nearly that already. It's only 11 a.m. where I am. I'm just going to share this quickly with my group just so they can jump on live if they want to as well, because I found this message to be really, really important. And it's around giving yourself permission, because I got inspired to do this live. I was having a talk with one of my Freedom Business Academy members, and I to do this live. I was having a talk with one of my. I'm on live on my own page. I'm just sharing it now because I can't share it when I'm live from the other one. It sounds a bit strange. Okay, I should be back now. Sorry. Okay, it's shared with the group rather. So giving yourself permission. So I was talking to one of my Freedom Business Academy members, and she just posted off the cuff around how she had, for the first time ever after taking my course, because Freedom Business Academy obviously is business focused and strategic, but it's also a lot of mindset focused as well. And she, for the first time, was allowing herself to do fun things, allowing herself to take time off, allowing herself not to work super, super late into the evening. And this is something which is so omnipresent in our culture, which is this sort of work hard, play hard, push, push, push. You know, you work until you're 60 or you're 70 or maybe even you're 80 nowadays. And you work and you push and you push and you push, and you never give yourself any happiness. You never give yourself anything, any enjoyment, any fulfillment, anything like that. Hang on, I'm being asked to update something. Remind me tomorrow. So there's this thing around giving yourself permission, and it really goes into every area of our life. Giving yourself permission to create the career that you want to create. Giving yourself permission to not work overtime, to work on your business at night. Giving yourself permission when you're in your business not to push and push and push. And this is something which I find I personally struggle with. So I have a corporate background. I used to be in banking. I used to work long hours. And it was like this badge of honor. The longer you work, the more glory you got or whatever. And it's just nonsense. All that happened to me was that I burned out and I ended up with chronic autoimmune disease and had to start my life from scratch pretty much. So give yourself permission to jump off that bandwagon, jump out of that rat race. Give yourself permission when you're in your business, because if you're working your business, it's not like you just do one task and you get paid automatically. There's like a lot of a build work and a lot of a building process to then get the momentum to get your first client. Once you've got the first client, the second, third, fourth, fifth are far, far easier. But there's this sort of stress that I see in a lot of new or beginning entrepreneurs, which is that they just push, 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 and they work, and they work themselves into the ground, trying to sort of prove themselves, or they think that if they keep going, if they do an extra thing, if they work an extra hour, somehow it's gonna come faster. But that's not the case. There's certain tasks that you have to do, and there's certain pieces that you need to build in your business to actually create the business. But there's no more than that, if that makes sense. If there's these 10 things to do and you run off and do completely, irrelevant things like writing 100 blog posts, that's not going to help you. That's just busy work. And there's this epidemic of busy work and busyness in our society, and if you don't catch yourself, if you don't change that conscious process in your own mind, you can fall into that pattern as an entrepreneur. So I obviously run Freedom Business Academy. Freedom Business is my thing, and it's all about how to not have to work so hard, right? How to live the actual life that you want to live. But the person who's going to stop you from doing that is you and your own mindset, because it's very easy to fall into the 9-to-5 mindset, even when you're working from a cafe, even when you're an entrepreneur. So when I first quit my job, I found stuff to do between the hours of 9 and 6. It was like clockwork. It was like magic. There was just stuff that had to be done. And it was all busy work. It was all nonsense. So when I really pared all that back, in reality, there was like 5 hours a week of core key tasks to do at that point when I was building up that business. Obviously, once you start taking on clients and you're fulfilling client time, that adds up a little bit more. But a freedom business shouldn't be more than, depending on how many clients you want, 10, 15, 20 hours a week to run the whole thing, to fulfill your client work, to do the marketing, to do everything, to do all the build. If you want to start scaling up, maybe, there's elements of time where you work 40 hours for a month or so, and then you scale back again. But if you find yourself working 40, 50 hours a week consistently, there's probably something going on with your mindset. There's probably an element of you falling back into that corporate routine. So that's something that I want to talk about today, is giving yourself permission not to live like that. And depending on where you're at in the whole sort of life cycle of your business, or starting or anything, if you're thinking about your business idea, for example, I have one client who she knows what she wants to do, but she never feels like she's ready. She always thinks there's something extra to learn, and she won't start. She never feels ready. And she's kind of been at this point now where we're getting her past that point of just getting going with what you have. So give yourself permission not to be perfect. Give yourself permission not to be the biggest expert in the world. Because let's face it, an expert is somebody who's put in years and years and years and years and years of their life to get to where they are. And a big element of them becoming an expert is them actually doing what they set out to do. So a doctor doesn't become a doctor by just studying. A doctor studies for a certain period of time to get the basic qualifications, but then they go into a hospital and then they work. And then they take patients, and they obviously have mentors, and they're being monitored, but they're doing what they know how to do, and that's how they learn. And it's exactly the same thing in a business. Whether you want to become a health coach or a sales consultant or teach French or do this or do that, you're never going to be perfect. There's always more you can learn. I've been teaching business now for, 2-3 years. I'm still learning. I've invested $50,000 in the last 6 months just on courses, just to get me to the next level. But that doesn't mean I can't learn, I can't teach people because I haven't learned everything there is to know. Of course not. I'm teaching what I know, and there's people, 2, 3, 10 steps behind me who are learning so much of what I know already. And then when I go to the next level, I can either bring them with me, or I can help people who are already at their level. And so it's this sort of continuous evolution of learning and sharing and teaching. And that's what I want you to give yourself permission to do as well. Like, you already have knowledge, and you're probably discounting all the knowledge that you have. So give yourself permission to start right now. Give yourself permission to start from where you're at right now. Give yourself permission to go home early, not to do overtime sometimes. Give yourself permission to prioritize your business and not prioritize whatever random project your boss wants you to have, wants you to do. Give yourself permission to take control of your life and your time, because your time is your only limited resource. Money can buy you time by, you can automate your advertising so that you're not spending time actually, getting clients one by one. Money can buy you expertise. Money can buy you knowledge and skills. Like, if you join Freedom Business Academy, you're going to learn in 3, 4, 5, 6 months what it would take you 5 years to learn just DIYing. And trust me, because I DIYed for a year and it was awful. It didn't get anywhere. So, time is the only limited resource that you have. So give yourself permission to use your time in the most productive way for you. So hi Anna, if you're wanting to get out of your job, if that is your number one goal, if you need to build a business, you need to replace your salary or get to whatever income level you need to get to, make sure that you actually give the right amount of time to that goal. Don't stay 3 hours late at work every night just for the sake of it. Don't come home and watch TV. Don't go out with your friends and get drunk on the weekend, all the time. Obviously, you're allowed to have some fun, but think about really how are you spending your time. So make sure that you are actually prioritizing your time to create the results that you want to create in your life. You give yourself permission to invest in yourself. Give yourself permission to get the qualification that you need to start your business, to get the training that you need to start your business, to get the training that you need to take your business to the next level. Give yourself permission to do the things which are going to get you where you want to get to. So does anyone, I see we've got a few people live, does anyone have any questions on giving yourself permission? This could also be giving yourself permission to enjoy yourself. Give yourself permission. If you're having a really bad day, give yourself permission to take the day off. Like, that's why you started your business. Give yourself permission to take the day off. I had a really bad day, when was it? A few days ago, and I just felt horrible. Just nothing was working. I didn't have any inspiration. I didn't want to do anything. And I gave myself permission just to take a day off and work through a mindset program. And it was amazing. It transformed everything. And I've got so many ideas now. For the last, literally since I started my business, so what is it? It's July, 3.5, I think 4 years, I have done the same mindset routine every single day, which is reading, journaling, and visualizing. And now, because it's summer and it's nice and I want to go swimming, we have a pool where we live, I now do my visualization and my journaling, which I used to write. I think it in the pool while I'm swimming. And that way I allow myself, I'm still working on all this stuff myself, just giving myself permission. I allow myself to go swimming, to have fun when I, kind of should be working on my business. Because mornings are my most productive time, and obviously it's when I do my mindset work as well. So it's like, if I just chill out by the pool all morning, then by the afternoon I'm kind of slow and sluggish and don't really feel like doing anything in 40-degree heat. But I'm finding a way to actually do the things that I want to do. So giving yourself permission can also mean finding another way, another route, a compromise around what it is that you want to do. So for me, that's I can swim and I can do my mindset work. I can kill two birds with one stone. So how can you find a way to create what you want to create, to give yourself permission to actually live the life that you want to live? This could also work with other people's expectations. Other people might want you to become a lawyer or a banker or do this or do that, become a doctor, or stay in your corporate job because it's safe. My parents really wanted me to stay in the corporate world because that's what they understand, that's what they knew. They had no idea what this entrepreneurship stuff was, especially this online stuff. But I did what I wanted to do. There was absolutely no way I would ever be happy in the corporate world. So I started my business, and now I am traveling. I'm doing what I want to do. I've got my own schedule. I can go swimming when I want to go swimming, take a day off when I want to take a day off. I've given myself permission to create the life that I want to live. Now my husband and I are going to be traveling long term. We're not going to have a fixed house. So that means, we've got to put our stuff, we don't have that much stuff anymore, so we kind of got rid of it all, but, put the rest of our stuff that we have into storage. And that means we're moving every 3 months or so. And we're giving ourselves permission to live like that. When we have babies, we don't know what's going to happen, but maybe we'll give ourselves permission not to nest and not to settle down and to keep moving. We'll see how we feel. But just understand that it's your life and you can create whatever you want to create. If you want to live, work on the road and travel full time and work 10 hours a week and still earn 6 figures, that's totally feasible. You've got to work out how you can do that. Find people who've already achieved it and work out what they did. Learn from them. So give yourself permission to actually dream, to actually do what you want to do, to actually think and plan and create the life that you want to create, and then go and actually do it. And that's the number one thing in life. If you want to be happy, is understand what it is that you want and then actually take the action to do it. So I will catch you guys very, very soon. If you're catching this on the replay and you've got questions, please just leave a comment and ask away, and I will get back to them when I can. And also, if you are interested, I have a free webinar on how to start a business online and alongside your job and do all the stuff that I did to actually, build my business while I was in banking. So if you want to hear that story and understand how I did that, then I will put the link in the comments and in the description above, and you can check that out. So I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye for now.